Welcome back to the next lesson. I hope you are well, whatever you're up to. This one isn't going to be very long, but this is an important one which we're now going to start covering with regards to actually taking setup. So, market biofeedback is something which is going to help you analyze your position during and after it. And this is the criteria which, after a while, will turn into muscle memory. I can market biofeedback things right now, and I can do it in my head and then document it later on. You might have to have a little checklist like this one here, for example. But all in all, these are questions we're going to go over, which are going to help you just speed up the process of getting these questions done, which essentially are going to make you a much better trader in the long run. Now, we need to ask ourselves a variation of different questions. The first one being, where has the market moved since I entered my trade? So this, let's just say you've taken a buy position here. Has your trade gone into drawdown? Has it gone into profit? These are things you have to understand about the market, because there's nothing worse than a trader who takes a position and the second it moves into an ounce of profit, they move their stop loss to break even. You have to understand there's a process to moving your stop loss to break even. You have to also understand that when you take a position, you are buying something. Think of yourself as now what is true to be a business owner. You own this business, this trading business you are in, you are owning it, you take control of it. The only way to make money in this industry is to invest. And it's the same with any business. The only way a restaurant can make money is by investing into the food before they sell it to people. The only way a construction business can make money is by building something to get paid for. They invest in materials to make the building, to then sell it to that person. Buying and selling. It comes with buying something first, investing in something to then sell it. If you want to get into property after this, or you want to invest in something to make yourself richer, which is something we're going to cover. These are different things you have to understand. So now I'm asking you to invest your position by buying a trade, because that's the best chance you're going to have as making a return on your money. So let's say you've bought a position as a buy position in a trade, and the market, where has the market moved since I entered my trade? That's question number one. If I looked at the market now, after this position has moved, would I have taken the same trade? How do I feel about my entry? How do I feel about my trade after, before, during, and after? We only want you to be taking high quality setups. We want you to be confident. We want you to be confident before, during, and after. We don't want you to be not sure before, really not confident during, and regretful after. And at the same point, we don't want you to be confident before, fearful during, and regretful after. And in the same breath, we don't want you to be really confident before, really confident during, and then really regretful after because it's taken a turn. We want you to be confident before, confident during, and confident after, no matter what the result. That's the stage we're going to get you to, stage 4, like we did in the last lesson. What do I like about this trade right now? There's a couple of things you could answer that with. Even if you get taken out as your stop loss, what I like about this trade is the trade's over. I can now focus on the next setup, which may come soon. It may come tomorrow. It may come the day after. It may come next week. But the position is done. I know the outcome of the trade, even though I've taken a loss. So you're not regretful. You're just glad the position is done with. Or maybe you understand that you took a bad setup. And what I like about this trade now is that I now have learned something very, very valuable with this particular setup. And I don't care that I lost or I'm losing, because I know not to do it next time. You've just gained a strength with a loss. How powerful is that? And we've not even spoken about how you feel about the trade if you're in a good amount of profit. It's just going to increase your confidence. It should increase your confidence every time you take a loss, because every loss is a lesson. It's not a loss as in a bad loss. It's a small loss on your account size. It's a massive lesson in your development. That is what you have to understand. What do I dislike about the trade now? All of these different things. Maybe the entry wasn't right. entries can be so overcomplicated, it's not even funny. Once you see me trading, once you see the entries I take, once you see the course content, the entries is going to be the least of your worries. Everyone's always trying to get a very precise sniper entry. No, just the entry. And I guarantee you're going to go through a stage where you get your analysis completely correct. However, you're unhappy with your entry technique, but your analysis is correct. But then when you look back and think, if I just entered off a certain level every time, regardless of it, and it was just an entry, because I'm confident in the position it's going to go into, you'd be up, you'd be in profit. So just a few things to consider about. Maybe the entry you didn't like. Maybe your take profit wasn't in the right place. Maybe your stop loss was too tight. If I was not in the trade now, would I take the opposite trade? So again, just a few different thoughts which are going to have to go through your head in order to speed up your development. And this is a very common one, by the way. A very, very common one. Because when price goes against you and you get taken out, did you get your bias wrong? Or did you get your bias right? It just went a little bit lower before it went higher. Because again, that's going to happen a lot as well. Insights, what went well, what didn't, what can be improved. Again, development, 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 development. Lesson, 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 lesson. Insights are incredible. What went well? I managed to get the trade into profit. What didn't go well? My stop loss was a little bit tight. Any improvements? Make my stop loss a little bit bigger next time. Not overthink the entry next time. Maybe bring my take, maybe come out of my trade at a 1 to 2 rather than wait for a 1 to 5. Small things like that. Know every single lesson down. This is what we want to do. On a scale of 1 being a poor decision to 10 being a great decision, how do I rank this trade? Rank every single setup. I'm going to mark your trades. My coaching team are going to mark your trades. How do you rank the setups? I will rank them for you as well. Again, the coaching team, we collectively will rank these trades for you. So you're going to get help with this personally. But even when you're 5 years in, you're probably going to take a poor trade because you're human, but you understand the process. That's the stuff we need to focus on. This is the thought process. This is what goes through my head every single trade. I eyeball this now because I understand this because I've been doing this for so long. These are the thoughts of a multi-million-pound trader. These are the thoughts of the 7 figures, the multiple 7 figures. This is what's going to get you to 7-figure account status. Taking every single setup seriously. The good trades, the bad trades, the awful trades. These are the things which are going to help you improve. So I'm going to attach this. I want you to print this off, and I want this next to you for every single position that we're about to take. And with that, I will see you on the next one.